All right. Just have a quick question for today. As you can see, it's right here. What are they trying to tell us? Because I'm watching this show right here, Peripheral, on Amazon, and that's what made me, or just made me decide to even record this episode here. Episode number one. What are they trying to tell us? Because I'm convinced, whoever the designers are, the creators are, whatever you want to call them, they're trying to tell us something. Right? They're definitely trying to tell us something. I don't know if you've seen any of these shows, but I've seen them all, right? Except for this one. I'm watching Peripheral right now. Um, this is really good. You should definitely check in. But if you haven't seen it or whatever, I would start maybe here, right? Just to get your beak wet, and then jump over to Ultra Carbon, and then jump over Peripheral, because or any order. It doesn't really matter. Either way, my opinion is these shows are mimicking real technologies that are being rolled out, and they show them in the future society as if they're future, but they're really not future. Let's just go through it. Now, this is a spoof, all right, but I'm gonna play it for you.
This is storing it on a device called a cortical stack. It's implanted in the base of your neck, and it collects and stores everything that makes you you.
So this guy's basically talking about how they have these stacks, right? Talking about Ultra Carbon. Now it's a spoof. They put up a booth, right? About with these human clones, quote unquote. Now these aren't real people, but to me, this is all subliminal messaging, right? They did this at a real fair, or like a science fair show, or whatever, but to promote their show, while other people were actually coming there to see, real inventions and stuff like that. But again, it's subliminal messaging because the stuff, the tech is already here. The sleeve, the cloning, the all that stuff is already here, and we can prove that to you. Alter Carbon, right? Attempting to patent consciousness, Microsoft. They're attempting to patent consciousness. Like they really think they can take DNA storage and turn it into more. There's a reason that all these old people are actually freezing themselves. These billionaires are freezing themselves, their old bodies, right? Because in the future they think they're going to be able to come back as them in something similar to this. Like when you go back, if you've watched this show, like that's what this is. That's what they're doing. So it's predictive programming 100%. Whether or not it's actually going to happen the way it's shown in the show, we don't know. But the point is, what is going on, right? Back to the original question. Microsoft finds a way to store DNA. Now, this has actually happened already, right? And they can demonstrate that it works. But the next step is them attempting to patent consciousness and then be able to have something like a stack, like you see that this guy's talking about over here. But again, this is him talking about the show. Anyways, moving on. Over to Westworld. That's the one I told you should probably watch first because it's about artificial intelligence, right? In Westworld, it's kind of like they print these 3D AI who don't even know that they're AI. They think they're real, but they're locked in a game. And I don't want to give it all away to you, but you should really watch it. It's a great show on Amazon Prime. Again, this is predictive programming because it's here. We've been had this now. AI's been Westworld's been out for a while, right? But this you see a mecha, I believe his name is. It's funny that his name is a mecha, but this guy can make realistic faces. He can do now. This is from 2022. This article, but he ain't new, right? In 2022, now you can actually buy these robots. Oh, you can buy robots and look at the services they have. Service business. So if you want somebody to stand there and basically take orders, boom. Just in case you were working at McDonald's, that's a red flag, right? Domestic robots, anybody working with old people, helping them out. This is a red flag. I'm telling you right now, this is coming. It's already here, as a matter of fact. And I can prove it to you if you just look over here to the right. China reveals AI news anchor. Almost indistinguishable from real humans. Like, this is real. Virtual twin of the original host. I've been running and reporting the news undetected 70 days now. China reveals new AI anchor. None of this bothers you, then I guess we live in two different realities. Like, that's the truth. If none of this bothers you. Because me, I'm bothered. I'm hot and bothered by this type of stuff. Anyway, let's keep moving. This is a classic to me, right? Classic. I'm 100% Will Smith in this movie. I am not okay with China revealing a new AI bot and then duping us. Obviously, nobody, like, it's an anchor, so it's easier for them to do that. But duping us for 70 days. I mean, not us. I'm not, I'm from America. That's the point, guys. All of this, all of it, comes right back to square one where we started. They told us about this years ago. And again, this is predictive programming, and I can't spell, so that's terrible. I can't type. I mean, predictive programming, all of it. I'm telling you guys, that's what's going on right in front of our faces. The question is, when are we going to step back and look at it like this? What are they trying to tell us? Compile this data and think about it. When are we going to think about what their motives are? Anyway, let's keep going. In Westworld, they have 3D printed artificial intelligence, basically. That's what the whole entire beginning scene is. And what I think is funny is 3D printing the medical industry. They're literally doing it now, right? They're printing hearts and livers and all kinds of different stuff, right? And then on the flip hand of that, you have CRISPR, who has now just come out and said, we have opened the door to cloning. If that's not a step in the wrong direction, you know what I mean? If you know anything about CRISPR, they're already gene editing babies and things like that. Now they can clone, create life without life. Understand? Where are we going? And that's the thing. Predictive programming all the way. 100%. This is Westworld. Where's Westworld? This is Westworld. 3D printed, right? AI. And when you see them in reality, they look real. You can't even tell. And that's the beauty of these put together. And that's going to be the merger of humans and tech when you add all this together. It's a dirty game that we're playing, you know. It's a dirty game, but you have to put it together. Just look at this 3D printed medical industry. This is just some of the stuff: blood vessels, liver cells, heart valves. You know what I'm saying? If they can print heart valves, they can definitely make you a new arm. We already have the tech that you can connect your brain and make your fingers move. You get what I'm saying? We are there, you guys. We are there. Lastly, I'm watching Peripherals still, but this is the reason I put this video out. Because in the video I was watching episode 2. I'm not even really through it. I'm on episode 2. This dude says something about quantum entanglement, and I was doing a video on my TikTok about quantum entanglement and how it links with quantum computing, right? How you need them to basically make it work. And the fact that they're talking about such technical aspects and putting it in movies, you know what I'm saying? To me, again, is more predictive programming, because this is what's going on. They show you these things. This show is basically about her tapping in to, let's just call it a metaverse, right? But it's like a realistic metaverse. And this is only episode 2, so I don't know what the show's about. I've only watched 2 episodes, but from what I can gather, she's tapping into the metaverse. It feels real, right? And I don't know what's going to happen in the end, because again, I'm only on episode 2. But to me, it feels like a mix between Ready Player One, the metaverse, and obviously you would need supercomputing to make all of this run, which requires quantum entanglement, you know. And when we get to quantum entanglement, quantum computing, right? That's really where quantum entanglement leads you to. All of this leads you back to quantum computing, because and we're in a race for quantum computing right now. If we go and take a look at that, let's just go and take a look at that. Quantum computing. We're in a race with China. Quantum computing race. I don't know if they will call it this, but it's good to just put it out there. Wow. Now that's interesting. Again, this is just me randomly putting it in. It is a race, right? Spies. I'm telling you guys, right now, we never really ended the Cold War, right? But this is the future. This is the future. Oh, of course, you're gonna have to pay. China leads quantum race, right? China now leading the quantum race, computing race. It's the race, the war is on your data. Why? So that they can make realistic humanoid beings that are indistinguishable from us. That, in my opinion, is what they're trying to tell us. And then at the end of the day, ultimately, we quantum entangle with the droid itself. Humans quantum entangle with the system. They plug us in to the system. And this argument can be made from many different positions. The crypto position, totalitarian government position. This is just one, the media perspective. What are they trying to tell us? Because from every angle it seems like, and this is 3 shows, I can keep going. It feels like we're getting to the point where we plug in with the machine. And again, I am Will Smith in every single one of these scenarios. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I don't know, you guys. To me, the future's looking pretty weird, and I'm not down. I'm really, really not down.